When there's a societal collapse and there's no government or banks, your cash will be useless and won't get you anything. People will rely on bartering or trading items that actually have real value. We need to get some items ready that will act as our currency in our post-apocalyptic world. So today we're going to go over the best items to stock up on for bartering after the collapse. I was having a discussion with someone in my comments and we were talking about which items will kind of act as a standard currency at which all other items are measured. One of those items will be canned food. So we might measure a product's value in cans of food. For example, a knife might be worth 4 cans of food in a trade. A water filter straw might be worth 6 cans of food, and stuff like that. Everyone will want food, and canned food lasts a really long time. Each can of food has an expiration date that's around 3 to 5 years from the date of manufacture, but according to the USDA, if the can has been stored in a cool, clean, dry place, and there's no dents, swelling, or rust on the can, it's safe to eat forever. Canned foods are relatively cheap and are a must-have item for bartering. Books might be traded for other books. So maybe once 2 people are done reading a certain book, they can trade them. Or the book can be traded for other items. You could stockpile fiction books or survival guides. The fiction books will be in high demand after the collapse because we won't have our iPads and our TVs to keep us entertained. The survival guides will be our only source of survival information in a time where everyone will be trying to learn new skills to survive. So things like fishing, hunting, navigation, foraging for wild edibles, gardening, and much more. Make sure you have a well-stocked library at home. Garbage bags will be useful for so many things, and people will be using them on a daily basis. We won't have garbage pickup or working plumbing, so we'll be dealing with garbage and waste ourselves. After a disaster, everyone will be going through these very quickly. 1 box of garbage bags won't be enough if you want to have some for yourself and bartering as well, so keep at least 10 to 15 boxes. Spices and seasonings. These are already expensive now while times are relatively good, but imagine how valuable these will be after stuff hits the fan. We'll be eating a lot of flavorless food, and people will want something to make the food taste better and possibly improve their morale. Stockpile lots of spices and seasonings because they'll be a rare item and will get you some really good stuff during a trade. Safety razors and disposable razors. There are a lot of people who will still want to take care of themselves, and shaving is something that a lot of people do. It's more of a feel-good item than something that's necessary for survival. Once people have their basic needs met, they'll start wanting to do things that they used to so they can bring back some sense of normalcy and routine. Shaving is also something that people do to relax. You can stockpile regular razors with cartridges, but they're expensive. I suggest keeping disposable razors or an old school safety razor like this one. I like these safety razors because you can buy a pack of 100 replacement razor blades for $15. And that's much cheaper than the cartridges you usually buy at the store. I think lots of people will go back to using safety razors, so make sure to keep a few safety razors and a few boxes of the blades. The blades will be highly sought after and bartered. Flashlights. Everyone will need flashlights when there's no power, either to use at home or when going out at night. Keep the high quality flashlights for yourself and keep the cheaper ones for bartering and trading. Right now, these may be worth $1 or $2, but this will be a sought-after bartering item, especially if people have lots of family members. They won't all be able to share just one flashlight. They'll want multiple flashlights. If possible, try to buy a 10 or 12 pack of small flashlights for the purpose of bartering. Also make sure to stockpile lots of AAA batteries with this as well. Antibiotics. There's a high chance that someone in your family will get an infection after a major long-term disaster, just because of the kind of environment you'll be in with all the germs, bacteria, and possibly the type of food and water you'll be consuming. If you've ever had a bad infection, you know that it can be really scary and it can be a life-threatening situation. When you need antibiotics, you want to have them right away. Definitely try and stockpile the most common antibiotics like amoxicillin, azithromycin, ciprofloxacin, doxycycline, and metronidazole. You can try and ask your doctor if they're willing to give you an emergency supply of antibiotics, but if not, then you can use an online service. There are many out there. If you or someone in your family needs antibiotics and you don't have them, then you'll literally trade anything for it. So I don't want you to be in that situation. Buy some now if you can. That's all I have for today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to click the like button and hit subscribe. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.